This looked like it might be fun. Nothing special, but fun. Well, it turns out I was sorta right. It's nothing special, but it's also not that fun. It's basically about these two people who grew up together, but then drifted apart. And about 15 years later, they run into each other again. And they're in very different places in life, but they try to reconnect. And well, it's a romantic comedy with everything you'd expect from one of those. But also nothing more, it's just your basic rom-com and that's it. It's not edgy, it's not pushing the envelope, it's not coming at it from a new angle. It doesn't throw any unexpected twists in there, it doesn't have any hidden depth. There aren't any layers to peel back to reveal something profound. It doesn't do anything bold with the characters. The story doesn't veer from the established formula. It's predictable at pretty much every turn. It doesn't offer anything to chew on or think about. It doesn't push the genre forward or do anything new. It's just a bland and painfully average romantic comedy, and that's it. Now, I can't call it bad because everything is competently handled. It's a very professional production with competent cinematography, direction, writing, editing, acting. Nothing's terrible or even bad, it's just so bland and uninspired. And I had no clue who'd written or directed this before going into it. But I immediately got the feeling like I was watching a network TV sitcom. It just looked and felt like one of those, from the writing to the acting to the look of it. It has this flat and kinda boring look to it, where everything is just evenly lit. It doesn't even matter what space they're in, everyone and everything is perfectly lit. There's no atmosphere or sense of uniqueness to any of it, it all looks the same. And the characters feel like characters, not actual real people. And the jokes don't feel natural, they feel like jokes inserted into the script for comedy. And then we have the overuse and over-reliance on the soundtrack. Every few scenes it cuts to another scene and some random song starts playing. Then it continues to play for a few seconds before fading into the background. It really serves no purpose other than as filler and some sort of transitional device. And something the audience can recognize and go, hey, I know that song. And all of this together makes the whole movie feel stiff, lifeless and formulaic. Very much paint-by-number stuff, like a network TV sitcom. And wouldn't you know it, the director is the creator of the show Fresh Off the Boat, which is exactly that. The script is also written by 3 people, one who's worked a lot in TV, and the 2 stars of the movie, who incidentally also have worked a lot in TV and on that very same show as the director. So things start to make sense, and it's not really a surprise the movie looks and feels the way it does. Now, there is a market for this kind of movie, just like there's a market for network TV. A very broad and lucrative one. I understand that, and that's fine. But that market doesn't include me. I'm not the target audience. In fact, I don't know the last time I actually watched a TV show that's not produced by a cable channel or a streaming service. That content just doesn't appeal to me, and neither did this movie. It's fine and something you could put on in the background and not really engage with. But almost everything about it is so middle of the road that it's borderline offensive. And I say almost because Keanu Reeves has a part in this. And I found that part to be pretty funny, and one of the few parts that I genuinely thought was amusing. But other than that, there was just nothing about this that stood out at all. It's just, not my kind of entertainment in any way, shape or form. But would I recommend it? No. Should you skip it? Probably. However, I'm not your dad. But I am trying to sell out, so consider liking, subbing, hitting that bell and supporting me on Patreon. Because I really need to get myself a tux and a cheap suit. And hey, why not drop a comment below or check out another review? I'd appreciate it. Thanks.